The ranch could have done what they've done in the past, just talk to the powers that be and just ignore the people in the community. But I think just make the people feel a part of it. You're not going to get everything you want, and they're not going to get everything they want.
I seen the master plan already, you know, and it was kind of hard for me at the beginning, you know, for the early part of before, you know. I was really against that, but I went to one of the big meetings and I understand. I'm not confused about it. I know what I want. Today, no, I like that master plan. I like that master plan right now. Yeah, I'll go for it. Yeah.
And when I seen the map that you guys went through and what the guys had hard work there to go follow up where all her historical site was, it convinced me and said, okay, that's fine. We can go for this. We can go for this.
It is a very hard thing to swallow to, you know, build 200 lots out that area. But if we're gonna give this, you know, portion of land to, you know, Moloka'i Ranch to do their part and keep us in business and keep us with jobs, then, and preserve, on the other hand, preserve all this other land, I mean, for me, that's a no-brainer. I support this project 100%.
Do we want them to come here? Well, we're all saying no, we're all saying yes, we all don't know. The truth is, people will come here regardless of La'au development.
This is the first process that my leaders is in this process. Respect the leaders or help them out. Or the double whammy, respect them and help them.
How can we control land speculation and keep jobs and families on Moloka'i? How does La'au development fit into the future of Moloka'i? Is it true that La'au is the beginning of a new battle with Moloka'i Ranch? Or is it part of a lasting settlement? Join us in looking at the big picture, the creation of the community-based Master Land Use Plan for Moloka'i Ranch. For the last 3 years, the Moloka'i EC has been in partnership with Moloka'i's largest landowner, Moloka'i Properties, or what we call Moloka'i Ranch. We've established a relationship with a landowner that the community has had ongoing contentiousness for more than 3 decades.
What I tried to do was just understand what had gone on. You know, it was illuminating. It was mind-blowing in terms of the gulf that had existed between the company and the community. I mean, I had no idea. It was very sobering. And I suppose from those meetings, I knew the only course. There was only one course. There was only one course. There was no other way. We had to try and sit down and work it out. Because any other way was disaster for the company, its employees, continual fights, battles, and for those people it was fights within their own family. And we were at the West End. We were separated. We were the enemy, and I don't want to be the enemy. That's not the way I want to do things.
We've come up with a plan that has been put together by having over 120 summit meetings and over thousands of participants. As we created this blueprint with this master land use plan, we based it on the spiritual, cultural, and the Moloka'i values. It's not something that Moloka'i Ranch said, this is what we need in the plan. It's participants who said, this is what we want for this segment of this section of your Western lands. And that's the uniqueness that I don't think any community plan can say they have.
As part of the Moloka'i Master Land Use Plan process, the lands that would be gifted to the community through Moloka'i Land Trust. Those lands include approximately 26,000 acres. 26,000 acres is tremendous. It exceeds the current land inventories of the Department of Hawaiian Homes. It provides for us a preservation approach on the highest level of significant lands for the Native Hawaiian culture.
For the last 30 years, I have primarily represented community groups on Maui and on Molokai in land use disputes on Moloka'i, having to do with Kavakiu Beach, having to do with the proposed development of a hotel on Kaiaka, having to do with the campgrounds, and having to do with the development of a golf course at Naiva. What I was very, very impressed by in this situation was the community and the ranch had come together in advance and had met for 2 years and had worked out a community-based plan for Moloka'i Ranch lands that was a settlement in advance of development that was superior to any of the settlements that I had been involved with over the last 30 years.
We entered the process with the philosophy that this was going to be a joint effort of both the ranch and the community to work together on something that would be of benefit not just for this generation of people living on the island, but for future generations of all the people on the island, and especially the Native Hawaiian people to whom this, this is our homeland.
The process that we're engaged in now differs tremendously from how it used to be when developers would come to Moloka'i. We used to react, and the developers used to throw out whatever their ideas were and provide lip service. This process has been so different in that the community has been the core of how the plan has been developed.
After 30 years of battling the ranch, I think that we got like a more receptive management here. I mean, I'm kind of, I got to say, I'm a little bit more impressed. I mean, people who